Alright, hi guys, welcome back to PKFX YouTube trading channel. So this will be a very quick update on the trade that I've entered and the trade that has been going on since last week Friday. The trade that I got wicked in actually, EURGBP. So currently we are in a very small profit for this particular trade. I was a bit skeptical to enter this trade because I was expecting some sort of weekend, overnight weekend gap when it opens back again. And looks like something like that did happen. Like if I were to go to the 30 minutes candlestick over here, right? It is not really a week, but when the market opened, there was a very sharp move towards the upside. And this particular trade, we entered because we wanted the trade to go down. And the last video I mentioned that if I zoom in on the 30 minutes candlestick, you can see that I wanted to enter here when the market gave me a confirmation that, hey, the market has already changed the direction from a buy into a sell for the 30 minutes candlestick, and then a pullback, and it went further down, confirming that the direction is going to be down. So I was expecting some sort of a pullback and a week out, but the market didn't wick me in over there, but the market wicks me in over here. And at that point of time, the market already shifted back for the 30 minutes candlestick into pretty much a buy. And I was very worried about that because I wanted to be wicked in while it is a sell, not a buy. However, the market actually went back to the sell direction again, and it was pretty much ranging, and the market closed out thereafter. But upon opening, pretty much on the Monday, I see that it kind of created such a big gap towards the upside, breaking all this pattern that it has previously created, all these things, and making the direction completely bullish for the 30 minutes candlestick. In fact, if I go to the 1 hour candlestick, it also changed the direction to be bullish towards the opening, right? So the market remained bullish thereafter until it broke this particular area just a while ago and changed back into the sell direction. So it's pretty much, I would say, slowly coming back to the direction that I want. But this is one trade that I'm willing to hold a little bit longer because the swap is positive. Right now, the candle for the 4 hour just closed. So we can see that the new candle is now printing over here. So this solid engulfing 4 hour candle further reaffirms to me that, hey, this particular candle has engulfed all this previous candle, making high probability of the direction to continue towards the downside, right? And the whole idea of entering this particular trade, EURGBP, is because I see on a weekly time scale where this is a shoulder, head, shoulder, and a retest pattern that I expected to retest and confirm this weekly EMA as a resistance, and then rejecting from this weekly resistance zone, all right, and heading towards the downside. Now it has a big challenge that it has to face down here. It has to change this area from a support, and it has to break it down before it can continue downwards. But I'll keep monitoring this particular trade. As I mentioned, this is probably going to be a trade that if everything goes well, I'm going to hold for a few more days, at least at minimum until it hits the TP. So this is one trade that is currently ongoing, which is EURGBP. I opened up another trade, AUD USD. So this is AUD USD. So for this particular pair, this is pretty much a counter trend trade, to be fair. The weekly is bullish, the daily is bullish, and the 4 hour also, you can see this is the higher high, this is the higher low, and the 4 hour is also bullish. And I saw it has been trying to form a new high, but it couldn't. So at the point where it came back over here, if I go to the 30 minutes candlestick, you can see that I saw, I would say, a decent, not to say a crash, but a decent dump downwards. All right. So this is also due to the market open, the overnight weekend gap as well, probably. So I saw this particular dump that kind of ate up all these previous candles, indicating that the direction is probably going to be a sell. So upon the pullback, I was waiting for the market to come back to this particular area to retest these candles, this structure point over here. So I set my, I would say, sell limit over here because even if it comes all the way here, technically for the 30 minutes candlestick, this is the lower low, this is the lower high. So this is pretty much like about 60 to 70% retracement. I was hoping the market will come up here and then eventually go down. Unfortunately, I got wicked in, great, but the market kind of broke this previous lower high in this candle, right, just a while ago, making this now into a bullish pattern for the 30 minutes candle as well. So it's 30 minutes is bullish now upon entry. 1 hour pretty much is still bearish. This is the lower low, and over here this is the lower high. In fact, you can see that if I were to mark this particular area, let me just put a line over there. Okay, so this red line over here, this is pretty much the 1 hour lower high. This is the lower low and this is the lower high. So the market came pretty close to the 1 hour lower high, and if it closed above here, it is now changing the 1 hour into a buy as well. And like, again, this is very, very risky trade because it's a counter trend trade. At all times, the market could literally just go as per the trend, right? And you always want to trade with the trend. The reason I took this trade is because if I go back to the daily, the market has been trending upwards for quite some time, and I'm expecting some sort of a reversal and come back here. And if I go to the weekly, the market has been trending upwards. I need some sort of a pullback to retest this structure point over here. If I were to zoom in so that I can see this clearly, this is the structure point over here that I'm expecting the market to pretty much come back down to retest and reconfirm before it rallies up. So this, from here to here, the pullback is a counter trend trade because the weekly is pretty much a buy. And if I were to buy from here then on, it's a pro trend trade, right? So risk wise, this is a high risk trade. So I decided to give about 50 pips for stop loss, placing the stop loss slightly above the zone over here, where I'm expecting this entire zone to act as a resistance. Now, will it act as a resistance? I don't know, because the market can keep breaking and then retesting this area and keep flying back again. So it can do pretty much the same thing, breaking this area, retest and keep flying back again. So the continuation pattern high likely can happen. Probability wise, we have to follow the trend. Therefore, though I'm taking a counter trend trade, I'm only risking 0.5% of my account, which is a very small percentage. I'm willing to take the risk, and this is a 1 to 2 risk to reward. And I see that I'm going to take profit right before it comes to the next area over here, where eventually I'm expecting some sort of a support to form before the market continues the rally upwards, right? So that is pretty much the trade that I'm looking at. Let me just adjust this. Yeah, that is pretty much the trade that I'm looking at as per seen by this blue arrow over here. This is what I drew. I'm expecting the market to make some sort of a drop. I don't know if it will hit the TP, but my TP is pretty much set before the next area where I'm expecting the weekly support to kick in, and eventually from here will be a good buy point, right? If I zoom out to the daily candlestick, can be seen clearly. Now, expecting this to play out within today or tomorrow is too much, expecting too much from the market, right? So I gotta let some time for the market to breathe. If at all it's gonna go into my direction, then it may take a few candles before it comes back over here. As we can see that it took a few candles before the market go up here, it needs to take that few daily candles as well to come back over here. So it's not an immediate thing. But I also do understand that in a single candle, the market can literally just wipe me out from this trade, hitting my stop loss and keep running upwards. So risk to reward, I believe this is a decent risk to reward, 1 to 2, and it's a risk I'm willing to take. So that's about it, guys. Pretty much AUD USD, I entered a sell counter trend trade. EURGBP ongoing trade, I entered a sell as well, but this is pro trend trade. So thank you so much for your time, and have a good day, guys. Good luck.